You're listening to the Best Today podcast, episode number 28. Let's get to it. Welcome to the Best Today podcast. I'm your host, Shante Grant, creator of the Best Today Guide and owner of the Best Today brand, where we equip women with resources to help you show up as your best one today at a time. If you're ready to trade chaos, comparison, and busy for intentional living, you are in the right place. We believe that intention begins with first knowing who you are and what you want. Here on the podcast, we'll have conversations together about topics that matter to you on the journey of becoming, because we know that being your best leads to doing your best. So welcome to the podcast created to help women all across the globe proclaim, this is what my best today looks like. Let's get started. Hello and welcome to the Best Today podcast. I'm Shante Grant, and today we are talking about Fall 2021 products that are here to help you to be proactive and intentional with your time. Today, I'm going to not only talk to you about our new products, but also I'm going to talk to you about why we created them so that you can decide if it is what you are in need of to help you on the journey of being proactive and intentional with your time, which is what we exist to do here at Best Today. And we do that through talking about planning and routine that connects to who you are, what you want, and who you want to become. Now, if you are a visual person or you want to see these things that I'm talking about today in the show notes at besttodayguide.com/28, I will link to our YouTube channel, which has videos showing you each and every one of these products that I am going to share with you today. In fact, there's a YouTube video that talks about how all of our products work together. And so not only will it be talking about and showing you the fall 2021 products, but also, of course, the Best Today Guide, which is our hero or signature product. So let's get started. Let's talk about what's coming up your way, because if you're listening in real time, these will be available this week. If you're not listening in real time, it's available now. Go to besttodayguide.com, get you some. Okay. So speaking of which, if you are not in our text squad and you would like to receive text messages from Best Today about what's going on and giving you exclusive perks along the way, I want you to text podcast, because that lets me know you're joining from the podcast. So text podcast to 404-737-1002 to join. That's 404-737-1002. Text the word podcast, and that will get you on our text squad. It'll tell you exactly what to do to make sure you lock in our number and that we can lock in your number. And we're going to chat via text. You get early shopping. You get lots of extra perks. And I'm really excited. I've really enjoyed talking to you all via text since we started the Best Today text squad. All right, let's get to it. What do we have coming up, coming your way, or what's available now, depending on what you're listening to this? The first two products are our weekly preview planning pads. Say that 7 times fast. I'm pulling them out in front of me. There are 2 styles. And the first thing I want to tell you is don't spend any time debating which one you will get. Look at them. Your brain will tell you which to get. And I'm going to tell you, for some of you, you may want to get both. There will be an option to get both on the website at a slightly reduced price, because I like using both. It just depends on what the week calls for, which one I'm going to use. So first, let's talk about them, and then I'm going to answer the questions that I think you're going to be wanting to know, like, do I use this with the Best Today Guide? How do I use this with X, Y, and Z? So let's get started. So why did I create the Best Today weekly preview pads? Well, first of all, because we believe that previewing your week is a non-negotiable. It is a non-negotiable. And this product, both of them, allow you to plan and preview your week to get an overview of what's to come in the week ahead before you get started. Previewing your week is a non-negotiable practice here at Best Today that helps you to be proactive and intentional with your time every single week. It allows you to see your week at a glance. As you know, within the Best Today Guide, that's the first step. The first step in the Best Today process is to preview your week. And so what we give you here in these pads, the pads are 8.5 by 11 standard size. Let's talk about the first one. The first one mirrors the Best Today Guide page almost exactly, except for that instead of it being vertical, it's horizontal. So at the top, you have a place to put the week of. So week of August 30th, week of September, blah, 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 whatever. Your truth, affirmation of truth for the week, that is new. And that will be coming in the next print of the Best Today guides down the line in the future. Because as you know, I have been talking so much, or if maybe you don't, if you're new here, about the power and importance of truth. And so what is the truth that you want to tell yourself, remind yourself in this week? If you need help picking those, I give you some every single week over on Instagram, on my Instagram at Shantae Grant. But what is that truth you need to carry with you in that week? There's space for that. Then there's the primary focus. By Friday, I will have to complete that. What does success look like for you? What is your best at the end of the week look like? And then you just have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Again, you can look at the layout of this. We will link to that over on besttodayguide.com. And actually, we'll also link to these products in the show notes at besttodayguide.com/28 once they are actually live. But what I love about this is just like your Best Today guide, for me, my brain needs that mirror. I don't want to use multiple products that have calendars that aren't the exact same, because then it confuses my brain. Like, oh, hold on, this one starts on Sunday. This one starts on Monday. This one has the days over here. This one has the days over. That doesn't work well for me. And so I wanted to create something, one, for the person who does not use the Best Today guide, but they believe in our practice, but they're like, I kind of want to just stick my toe in the water a little bit and see what this is about. So this lets you practice that first step of previewing your week in a notepad form. And again, you do this every week. I have many videos over on our Instagram channel, as well as on our YouTube channel on how to preview your week. It is very simple. It's just opening up, looking at your calendar, what lies ahead. And it really is the best way to kind of breathe better before you take on a week to see what is ahead. Is also how you don't go into the week and you're like, oh, I forgot I was supposed to bring cupcakes to the thing. And ooh, I didn't do that. Because Sunday, if you would have written down that you're supposed to do that, you could have said, okay, I need them on Thursday. So Wednesday, I'm going to pick those up on my way to blah, blah, blah. Right? So that's the first one. It mirrors the Best Today guide exactly. How I envision people who use the Best Today guide using this is so my Best Today guide is always open to my page for the day, during the day when I'm working, or even on a non-work day. But it's nice to have that weekly overview also at a glance. Now, of course, I can always just flip back because I keep mine paper clipped and flip back and look at my week. And I do that, but I also like having it written right here so I can not only see my day, but my week at the same time. And I know many of you are the same, because that's what you told us. And that's why I created this for you. You want to see your week and your day at the exact same time. So having that pad here, you can tear it out, you can fold it, put it in your Best Today guide and keep it on that day, take it with you, have one at work, one at home, whatever works for you. So that's what this does. And that's the first one that, like I said, mirrors the Best Today guide. The second one has it mirrors the Best Today guide in that it mirrors the function and the practice. It has a space for clearing your mind. As you know, or maybe you don't know because maybe you're new here, but our first step, like I mentioned, is not only to preview your week, but there's a space on the page to the left of that to clear your mind. And so in this second one, the clear your mind version or style, it has a space on the left that allows you to clear your mind. And then it has the days of the week all together on the right side. Just like the other one, it has your week of truth for the week, primary focus by Friday I will have. So all of that's the same. They have all the same boxes for you to fill. The only difference is the clear your mind has the additional clear your mind space. And so that for me is great for those weeks when I know there's a lot of little things that I'm going to be thinking about, or me doing one thing is going to lead to another thing happening, and that I want to be able to jot all those down and see them all in one place. Not only in my Best Today guide, but like in an overview form. So again, choose the one that works for you. Choose both. Try them both. I think your brain will tell you which one you want. And I know this because we actually showed both of these to members of the community, and people had strong reactions to which one they wanted. Like there are people who are clear, like the clear your mind, please make this one. This is the best one. And there are people like, make this one that looks like the Best Today guide. This is the one I will use. So your brain will tell you this is the one for us, or it will say, let's try them both and kind of dance with both of them. Okay. So weekly preview pads, 2 styles, one that has clear your mind space, one that does not, ready to help you preview your week every single week and have it right there at a glance for you. All of the details, like I said, will be linked at besttodayguide.com/28. We'll have everything you need right there in the show notes. All right. I just realized I didn't look at my notes at all. So why did I even write notes for this episode? Because I'm just talking. Let me see. Did I miss anything from my notes in my just talking and completely disregarding the fact that Shantae, this is a podcast, yes, but you take notes so you can remember to say things. It looks like I said everything that I have here in my notes. So now we're going to move on to this third product because there are two versions of the weekly preview pads. So there's 6 total products. That's 2 of them. Let's talk about the third. The third has been the most popular since we started sharing products, but we've only shared 3. So I'll put it at that. But you guys are loving our 2022 monthly planning calendar. So what I love about this, it is also 8.5 by 11 standard size. You have 2 of every month. So you've got January, February, you get the dance. The reason that we gave you 2 copies of every month is so that you can use it for whatever you need. I know I never just use one month layout. I either need one for, I want to track content, or one that I want to track stuff for work, or one that is for downstairs, one that's for upstairs. And so this is so that you can have one for you, one for your children that you can put in the refrigerator, one to put in the laundry room, wherever it is. But I know my audience, and I know you all, you need more than 1 month because you're tracking different things in different places. So that's why we gave you 2 of each. Each month has at the top your focus for the month. Again, we're always trying to help you hone in, go smaller, small, specific, intentional things. What is the focus? What's the most important thing this month? What does that look like for you? And you write that right at the top. And that's so great if you're using this for one for work, or one for home, or one for a child. You can help them like sit down and say, okay, so what is the most important thing that we're focused on this month? What does that look like as a family, or you at school, or you and wherever? So it has that space for you to write at the top. And then on each day, just like our calendar last year, you have the checkbox, and that's helpful if you're tracking any type of routine or behavior, or maybe you want to help your child track that. Like, okay, how many days did you clean your room before I had to ask? Let's put a checkbox. Let's get to the end of the month and count how many checkboxes we had, or something like that. You guys are so creative. I want to hear how you use the check boxes, but they're there for you on every single day. And then there are also 12 map it, plan it, draw it, clear your mind pages. Kind of use it as what you need in that month. I love these pages. I'm just rubbing the product right now as we speak. You probably can even hear my hand rubbing on the paper because I love it so much. I really, really do. And I hope that you all love it as much as we do. It is 2022. And so this is a dated product. It is our only dated physical product that we will sell this in 2021 because, as you know, the Best Today Guide is undated. So this will be available for a limited time. So if you're listening to this and it's like January or February, this is probably not even available anymore. So all the more reason to make sure you're always in the know, but know that this is a dated product. So you have all your dates written out for 2022. This is all you need for your 2022. And we can even stop here and say, how does this now connect to the first thing we talked about, the weekly? Well, what I love is I believe we should all have not only our weekly view, but monthly preview, right? Just like you start every week and you're like, this is what's coming up in the week ahead. Every month, we want to be able to come and say, okay, this is what's happening this month. Whoa, I didn't realize I had so much. Let's make sure next month we go in and mark out some space for rest, or that I need to spread this thing out. And so it gives you an overview of your month just as well. For instance, even looking at September, when I look at it, I realize, man, there's one particular week this month that has so much happening. It's all great stuff and it just keeps building and building. But that also showed me the week after, I'm going to make sure there's open space there to really kind of let myself get back into that. You can't see me. My hands are like this ocean wave type thing, but kind of get back, some kind of, I don't know the word, harmony after having a week of being full on for so many consistent days. So that's why you also want to have your monthly overview. And then you take that monthly overview, because when I go to plan my week, the first thing I do is I go to my monthly overview and I look at that specific week and I say, okay, now I'm going to pull the weekly things from this line here in the calendar on the monthly and put it into the weekly, right? So we're going big to small. We're going, okay, this is the full month. Now I'm going to take this week out of this month and put it in my weekly. So we got a place where we can see our month at a glance and our week at a glance, right? And of course, with the Best Today guide, that's where you have your day at a glance. And it's really simple. It's consistent and it really, really works. It really, really works. So that's how those flow together. You have your monthly overview, your weekly overview. And really, if you use the Best Today guide, you can just say, I have my monthly overview with my monthly and then my weekly and my daily right there in my Best Today guide, right? You may decide, if I use the Best Today guide, I don't need an additional weekly. Some people really want that extra out of product experience in flat lay. That's what this is for you. But if you use the Best Today guide, you already have one product that has your weekly and your daily at a glance. Okay. So that's product number 2. I love it. I'm touching it. It feels so pretty. Our production team who makes these are different from others, and their paper just feels, can you hear it? That's it saying hello and come by me if it's still available when you're listening. Okay, so that's the first 3 products. I'm going to save my favorite for last. I do have a favorite. I try not to play favorites since I created them all, but I kind of have a favorite this launch. Okay. So next, this is completely by customer demand and creation, our No More Distraction pads. These are adhesive pads, also known as sticky pads. And I said I wasn't making sticky pads, but we talked about this at length in the Best Today membership, and which if you're not in, go to besttodaymembership.com. Girl, where you been? Okay. And you have inside the Best Today guide, on the weekly preview page, as of now, that's where it lives, a box that says No More Distractions. That is your No More Distractions box. And why is that box there? It is there for those things that come out during your day, literally to rob you of your time and take you out of the moment you're in. It's that memory that you need to call such and such back, or text someone, or pick up the dry cleaning. We're not going or order something on the Target app, but you're not going to stop what you're in the middle of doing to order that thing. But you also don't want to forget it because you do need to order the thing. You're going to quickly open up your Best Today guide, go to your No More Distractions box, write it down. And at the end of the day, or your next designated break, or at the end of the week, you go through and you look through your distractions box, and then you give them a home, a place. This is how I'm going to deal with each one of these things that otherwise would have derailed me and been a distraction. Now I've given it a place to live until I can come back to it. Right. And so you have that in the Best Today guide. And again, a lot of these products, as you can probably see, I'm thinking of you all who do not use the Best Today guide yet, because you haven't really, you think, well, I don't know if I'm ready for that, that full step. I'm giving you these essential practices in individual products, like with the weekly pad and the No More Distractions notepad. But it's also helpful, I know, to many of you who do also use the Best Today guide. At Best Today, we exist to help women just like you be your best one today at a time. So each week on the podcast, we are going to highlight your stories and your voices. So let's see what's in the inbox today.
I love the Best Today guide. It's changed my life. I run my own business, and I find that a couple of things, especially the morning routine, getting into that. I get up in the morning and I get so much more done now, and it feels stress-free. But there's other things that I like about it that really keep me thinking positive, and that, such as a section that says, what does my best look like today? That really helps me get focused on positive. And then I like having the section where you can write in your physical health today and your mental and emotional health. So thank you very much. It's changed my life.
This message just brings me so much joy every single time I hear it. You can hear the joy in her voice. And if you want to get some of that in your voice and in your life, I invite you to go to besttodayguide.com, learn more about our signature product, the Best Today Guide, see inside of it, read testimonials, listen to other customer reviews, all at besttodayguide.com. That's besttodayguide.com. Take a visit there today. So now you have this 4x6 notepad, and it has no more distractions at the top, and this is where your distractions will now live. And the reason that everyone wanted me to make it adhesive is so that they could stick it in their planner, your best today guide, or wherever it is on your desk, and add to it without again having to flip back in your best today guide. So you can take this wherever you want. They come in 2 sets of 25, so you have 50 total, but they're 2 25s. Keep one in your car, keep one at home, keep one in the kitchen, get multiple packs, keep one in your kitchen. And this is your place, and you know what this is for. It's not just a random sticky note and you're like, what is this? I can't remember what the sticky note was for. Why did I write down garage? But if you put it on your no more distractions, this is the place I've intentionally set aside to house the things that were distractions in the middle of my day, but now I can address later. And you will look just for this sticky note. You won't look for, I know I had a blue sticky note somewhere. What is a blue sticky note? This one tells you exactly what it's for. No more distractions. So that is what this was created for, to help you to put them in one place, but then to address them. It is not meant to stay stuck somewhere long. You finish it up, you take it, you tear it up, and you throw it away. Okay. I wish I could make these self-destruct in 7 days each. I'm working on it, patent pending, right? So that this does not, and this is the reason I didn't want to create sticky notes, because I want to get you away from that life of living sticky to sticky to sticky. But the reason I agreed is because I do know that if you had this one place to put these distractions, set it aside and come and address it once at the end of the day, end of the week, you will find that you're not robbing yourself of your time throughout the day. So this is me and my people, you're my people, saying, okay, I'm hearing you, but you better not, you got to use these tools for good and not evil. Okay. So we're not going to be sticky noting all over the place. So that's the no more distractions sticky pads. Again, you get 2 25 pads for a total of 50 with each order. And again, you can see these in action over at besttodayguide.com/28. We'll link to our YouTube channel so you can see that. All right. Product number 5 is just bringing back a favorite of last year for you all, and that is our larger size digital download calendars. Those come in 3 styles. There is the full year, and that prints out at 30 by 36. There is the half year, so you get 6 months, January through June, and then July through December on the 2nd. That's what I used this year. Next year, I'll be using the full year. I'm going to have all 2022 on my wall all at once. And that is in half the size of the 30 by 36. So it is 18 by 36. I think that's right. Is that right? No, 18 by 30. There we go. I think, or all the details are on the website. Listen to the website. The website is right. I am wrong. But it's half of the 36 by 30. So I think it is 18 by 30. Yes, that's what it is. 18 by 30 because it's, there we go. But it prints out, you get it printed at a local printing place. I printed all of these in color for less than $10. So you can print it probably for even less. Not in color, but I like the color. Add a little color to your life. But what I love is you can also print it multiple times. So it's not just getting one product, it's getting as many as you need. For example, we use the full year downstairs in our kitchen year round. It's where our nanny puts her hours in. It's where you can remind yourself, okay, we just replaced the refrigerator filter. Put on there when it's time to buy the next one on the family calendar. So it's sitting there. Okay, we just had this taken care of. That means 3 months from now, we have to have this taken care of. Or grandma's birthday is this month, or this is when the big family reunion is, or whatever it is. You can use it so a place where the entire family can see the whole year. We've been using this as a 3rd year we've been doing it, and I love having that downstairs on the wall. So the wonderful thing is you buy the year, you print one for upstairs, you print one from downstairs, but you don't have to pay for multiple downloads. You download it once and you can print it to your heart's content as long as you're printing it for your personal use. Okay. And then the 3rd, which was our most popular last year, is the month to month. You get every single month in its own form. And what I love about this one is it can print in the 11 by 17 size or your traditional 8.5 by 11. I use both. I did this year. This year, I'll be using my calendar pad for the 8.5 by 11. But the 11 by 17, I love using that as an overview of my work week. So thinking, what's the focus this week for work and what needs to happen for work? That was really helpful for me. I'm a visual learner. So as you can see, these products are really helpful for me to really be clear on what's coming up and what matters, so that I can say everything that's not in this box does not matter and does not get the energy, the attention this week. So those are the 3 options. The full year, the half year. This ding, that's the Best Today community dinging. And I'm not being a good podcast recorder at this point. Well, I am. So let me not say that. That's not true. I'm just going to close out the Best Today community because that's just people over there chit-chatting and talking it up. And that's what we do over there. Okay, back to, I could edit it out, but let's just keep it real. All right. I closed the community, so we shouldn't hear any more chimes. But if we do, we'll deal with it when we get there. But the 3 sizes, the full calendar year, 6 months at a time, and then 12 months. So individual. Those are your options. Get as many as you want. Get all 3, one or the other, 2, whatever you like. You can again see those as well, but they mimic exactly how we did them last year. Because you all love them so much. I love them. I use them. As you can tell, everything that I create is something that I love, I use, I know works. I know that it helps me to be proactive and intentional, to see what my days look like, to set my intention, to put what matters most on the calendar and then build around there. So these tools are here to help you do just that. To say, I'm going to schedule in my staycations, my me time, my girl time, my family time before I even look at what's coming up with other things. And I'm going to build everything else around the most important stuff, not put in everybody else's stuff and then see where I can squeeze in some life. And so calendars really do help us to do that. I think calendars are a really powerful tool when we're planning. Okay. So let's talk about how that now works with the other things that we've talked about. We have a weekly view. We have a monthly view. I love also having an annual view. Not that I look at the beginning of the year and I have this great 12-month roadmap. That's not the case. I don't think that's actually fully realistic in most ways because 2020 taught us, joke's on you. Number 2, I like small size planning. Even if I have a big vision, I then break that sucker up into small things, which I teach you to do as well. But it's nice at the beginning of the year to go on and know this is what we know is happening. We know school's going back in August. We know school's out June, July. We know these things. Let's go on and write them down and make us see what our year's looking like. We know that this is an exciting year because we have this trip coming up or whatever, and having that full year at a glance. So that's what that full year wall calendar does for you and your family or your work and your office. And then the reason I did half year this year and did 6 months at a time was just because 2020 was such a unique year that I said, I think I just need to take it in 6 months at a time. But next year I'm ready to go back to my full year because I do like looking over to the left and seeing the whole year. So I can not only see what's coming up, but also remind myself of what's happened. So I'll be using the full year in my office, and we will also have a full year down in my kitchen to use, just like I mentioned before. Okay, those are your 3 digital downloads. Those are digital downloads. So as soon as you buy them, they come to your inbox. You take them to your local office supply store, have them printed, and you go and you live your best life. Okay. So the last product that I am very excited about, that I have tested and retested and tweaked and changed and tweaked and changed, but love so much, is our brand new Plans Be Done planning pad. This is your one place to birth the plans that you have, the goals that you have, the things that you want to accomplish, the things that you want to do. This helps you to plan with intention and purpose. It connects you to your plans by reminding you of what's most important. It has designated space for reflection and celebration, which I think is important. It's necessary. You get to see your roadmap. It really is a roadmap basically to your plans, and it goes in one place. So you don't have it sprawled out between all these different pages. You can't see my face, but you're going to love the Plans Be Done pad. Like, you're going to love it. I'm so excited. I'm ready for people to see it so we can just talk about how much we love it and how we're going to use it and all this, right? It's created to help you skip procrastination and become the person you want to become by committing to plans and goals that matter. And what I love is you do it all on one page. So it is 8.5 by 12. So it's a little larger than your traditional sheet of paper because I wanted to give you the space that you need. So it's 8.5 by 12. So you've got that extra inch of length. And what you have at the top, it says plans be done. There's space to write whatever the title or the name of your plan or your goal or whatever you want. Really, all those words are synonymous. They mean the exact same thing. And all that is I want this. Here's how it's going to happen. But it's more than just saying, hey, write down some stuff to do to make this thing happen. That doesn't work, right? It does not work for 99.9% of the population. What it gives you is the space to start out talking about why, before we even get to like what we're going to do, why does this even matter? Because if it doesn't connect, remember, we teach planning that connects to three things: who you are, who you want to become, and what you want. If it doesn't connect to that, why are we doing it? And what I love is you can take this to work. You can use this for your projects at work. You can incorporate this with your team. We use this as a team when we're breaking down our goals. It's the same system we use for our company, the same system that I use for home, for planning anything, whether it's a baby shower or $1 billion launch. Let's go on and say that, speak that into existence, right? But you use this exact same thing. That's what I love about it. So it asks you to talk about why this matters to you, how it connects to who you want to become, who you are. Then you just define that end date, end result, your check-in points. Where are you along the way going to check in on the progress that you're making? Then you have your roadmap, because you all know I define a plan as a roadmap that leads and guides you to a vision that you want to fulfill. So here's where you're going to build that roadmap with small, specific, intentional steps to get you to the end goal. Then there's a place to celebrate your progress along the way. Celebrate those milestones. What did you do today or this week to get you closer? You know, in the Best Today guide, in the morning practice, the very last part, the very bottom, it says, after you write your vision, one thing I'm doing today that progresses me toward my vision for the future. I want to remind you of the power of these small steps, these tortoise steps that seem so insignificant and small, but it's tortoise steps that get you to the closer to your dreams, to fulfilling your visions. And it doesn't always have to be this hair leap. And so this allows you to celebrate those tortoise steps along the way. And then the most important part, what I found was really missing, and I didn't find any type of, pads or products that really allow you the space to do all of this in one place. Reflections and observations. I think this is so, so important. What am I learning and what am I unlearning? If you go back and listen to episode, let's see, what episode is it? 24, the truth and some lies about planning. I tell you what the most important thing about planning is, and it's the person you become in the process. And so this is where we're going to do that work. This pad also has in that to tell you, what are you learning and unlearning? Who are you becoming? What's working? What's not working? This is so important. If we only think about our plans as the stuff I have to do, which is why I'm so anti-to-do list, you're focused on you as a widget machine. Do these things. And that's why you end up not doing them, because that's all you see is, this is just stuff I have to do. You're not thinking about, this is stuff that is a reflection of who I am today and who I'm trying to become. And I want to have a space here where you can start really digging through that as you work through plans, even plans as simple as how I'm going to declutter my downstairs or basement. There's some you that's going on in that, and all the things that we do. That's because we're humans. We lose that when we start thinking of everything as bullet points and to-do lists. And so at the bottom, there's a section for reflections and observation. And it says, what am I learning? What am I unlearning? Who am I becoming? What's working? What's not working? The beautiful thing about plans is, as we start going and doing them, we get data, we get information. Okay, this doesn't work. Let's not use this company for that again. Oh, I did learn that, I'm unlearning the need to insert that, and really making that a part of the way you think about plans, so that I'm trying to shift you from thinking about planning as just listing stuff to get done. That's not going to help alter you into the person you want to become. That's not going to keep you at the forefront. That's not going to keep being before doing. This product will, and I'm so excited for it. I am so excited for it. Now, we've also got some bundles that are available in real time. So I'm going to share with you what those bundles are. There are 2 bundles. I'm just pulling that information up so I can give you accurate information. The first bundle is your weekly, monthly bundle that will come with your choice of weekly pads, that will come with a 2022 calendar, and No More Distractions pad, right? So you get your week, your calendar, your full calendar, and your No More Distractions in that bundle. You pick one or two. You pick one of the weekly pads. And you know what? I will go in and add, I'm just thinking about this in real time. I'll go in and add one of the bundles where you actually get both, because some people may want both of the weekly, the monthly, and the No More Distractions. I just thought about that. So here you hear me talking things out in real life, and I'm like, let's add that as an option. Okay, so that's the first bundle. That's the weekly, monthly bundle. So you walk away with a weekly, a monthly, and the No More Distractions pad. The second bundle, my favorite, is the I Want It All bundle, the I Want It All fall bundle. That gets you everything I've talked about here except the digital. The digitals will all be separate and not in bundles. The I Want It All fall bundle will give you the option of choosing one of the weekly pads or both. A month, you get a monthly calendar, the No More Distractions pad, and the plans be done. And you want this plans be done. And you want this plans be done. I'm so excited about the plans be done. I am so excited, y'all. I'm just so excited about this product. It's my favorite. And I usually don't say favorites. I think it's my favorite because of all the work it took, to designing how I wanted the weekly to look, especially the one that mirrors the Best Today guide. That didn't take a ton of energy, right? But this took a lot of energy and tweaking and testing. It was horizontal at one point. It was vertical. Then it was back horizontal. Then I had this thing over here and this over there. So just using it myself and now getting to the place where I'm ready to give it to you in the world. I'm so excited about it. But those are your 6 products that collectively make our fall 2021 collection. You have your weekly planning pad that has to clear your mind, the weekly planning pad that does not, the 2022 monthly calendar, planning calendar, the digital downloads and the 3 styles that those come in, the No More Distractions adhesives, and the plans be done pad. Now I have got to hear, what are you getting? Which bundle are you getting? Are you shopping early? I want to know all these things. So come over and of course, chat with me. Go to besttodayguide.com/28 and you can either leave a comment or you can press the button and record a message and send it to me. I love to hear what you're doing. Oh, if you're in the tech squad, hold up, text us and let us know you listened to this episode and what is on your list. All right. I'm excited. You're excited. Go to besttodayguide.com/28 for links to everything I mentioned here today. And if you're listening to this and it's after September 14th, 2021, or if it is September 14th, 2021, it's after 10 a.m. Eastern, go get your shop on. You know that if you are on the tech squad or in the insiders or in the membership, you're going to get a password to shop from 9 to 10 with some extra perks, including some free gifts. So y'all get on these things. You can, and again, that if you're not a text person, you can be on the email insiders. If you're not an email person, you can get on the text. The community, those are the 3 places that always get the special. The membership first, then tech squad and email equally second. Okay. So we keep it real simple on how to stay in the know, because Instagram can break down. Instagram tomorrow can say, we're deleting all your people. We're deleting your account. And that's fine, because guess what? We know where to find our people. So if you think you would miss us if we disappeared from Instagram, I need you to get on the text or the email, because that's where we will always talk to our people, because it's in the membership, because it's a place that we have far more ownership over. This is why we make such a big point for you to be on Email Insider or to get on the Tech Squad or to get in the membership. We want to have that direct line of communication with you because we care about our people. We want to talk to you. I'm going to go now. I'm so excited about these products. If you'd like to see them all, again, go to besttodayguide.com/28. We will not only link to the video on our YouTube channel showing these, but also our product guide. Our product guide will have all of the pricing for you so that you can. Again, the product guide makes more sense if you're reading it before it's out. It gives you the prices so you can kind of figure out, okay, this is what's in my budget. This is what I'm getting. And again, if it's live now, just go to the website and you can see how much everything costs. And everything is well worth it. And then some, let me say. Okay, that was a lot. I'm excited, so I'm going to calm down. And I'm just going to say thank you for being present with me for this week's episode of the Best Today podcast. Until next time, remember that you are capable and worthy of being your best one today at a time, and that you have everything you need to have everything you want. So go on and shout it out as you live it out. This is what my best today looks like. Now, go shop the fall collection. Talk to you later. Bye. If you enjoyed this week's episode of the Best Today podcast, you are going to love the Best Today Guide. Our Better Than a Planner guide teaches you how to get clear on what you want, identify your self-destructive habits and behaviors, and intentionally create space to prioritize yourself every single day. Don't go the journey to being your best one today at a time without the Best Today Guide. See inside its pages and order yours today at besttodayguide.com. Even better, when you order the Best Today Guide, we gift you with your first month free inside of the Best Today membership. So what are you waiting for? We're giving you everything you need to trade busy for intention. Go to besttodayguide.com and order yours today and join thousands of women across the globe proclaiming each day, this is what my best today looks like.